take a quick look at the impact players for today's game. What players did you guys look at for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to...
There he goes! All out of space. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Grab behind the line. It's Washington. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and
fires toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Looking to the big tight end. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
He'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Green. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Arkansas's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense tonight.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some quarterbacks for this defense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Got it in the middle, it's Platt. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Secures it at the 30. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. To the air, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Crimson Tide need just a few inches here on third down. They'll go with a direct snap. Tackled its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. Creates a little room. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, try to get them loose and down the ground.
This quarterback right now is improved. He's doing a nice job in preseason. He's reading the coverage and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Back to throw, it's Russell. That's caught, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Offense gets set for second down. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. Turning it on. It's a running room. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Sends it back in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting out there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass, it's Green. Makes the grab down the middle. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
They'll go to the ground. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be 4. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the back. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Gonna take a shot. Working that left side. Open spacing. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Right down the middle. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Washington. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back. It's Green. Got the quick pass. He's loose. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's looking deep. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You get me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Finds the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
And now they got to put it together, right? And then this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league and all the coaches. And so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back. And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Walks one high and deep. He's got it at the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle was finally made.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side.
Open spaces. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
That's a pretty good job by this defense. You force him into third and medium. Now you get a situation where you're playing pass, but man, gotta do a better job of keeping that rabbit in the cage. Don't let him outside the pocket, because when he does, you see right there, he chews up 10 quick and gets that third down conversion.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to first and goal. But great job on first and goal. Getting a tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Lets it fly. Touchdown time. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Timeout call here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Looking to throw, it's Green. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man open. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets him 30+. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short game. A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And he missed it. No good. That one may sting a little, guys. Instead of getting it down to 10, feeling good about things, still a 13-point lead. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a man. It's Russell. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, they hoped up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves to sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Bringing it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. To set the tone with the run. Showing off the arm. Gets away from one, finds room. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm good.
There he goes. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Hill. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Green. Here's a heat. Got rid of it just in time. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Pass the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Young. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. Dropping back, it's Green. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Razorbacks! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Extra point here will give them the lead.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Got him downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Looking to throw on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. To the air on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. And they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending it. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Leaves it with the running back. Touchdown, Bama! They take the lead with the 6. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking for a man. It's Green. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's second and long. Rides to back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got a pen deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third down, he drops to throw. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And this defense has had enough. They've been burned by this guy one too many times already in this game, and they've been trying to make the adjustments on the sideline and in the locker room, and finally they're able to get to him. And
it's a seam wide open. Got enough for the first. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Dropping back, it's Russell. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Off the play fake on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Razorbacks can lay this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gonna run it. It's Washington. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Green. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moving forward just a bit. These fans stepping up to help his defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. It's caught. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. He's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
He leaves it with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Turns it loose deep.
Oh.
Touchdown, Arkansas! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot. He's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody. Live with the results because everything else ain't working anyways.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 40 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Lost a throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Horton. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pick up a 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
it's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
catch on third down. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. They'll run it to the left. What can get a touchdown here? Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it out.
Touchdown, Alabama! And they moved out front here in the fourth.
What a great game. Tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late. Take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's Green. Quickly to the tight end. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're going to run it. Sweet cut there. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, the defense brings the blitz to try to affect the timing of the quarterback. He's able to escape, get outside of the pocket, but just not able to connect with his target.
And back to the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Man, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed to stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football, 3 straight incompletions. Way to rise up by this defense.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Snags it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Scanning the field, it's Green. Going for 6. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. From the gun, wants to pass. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down.
I can't believe it. He had a chance to just end the game right there. If the defender makes the catch in the end zone, up possession, this is ball game. But because he put it on the ground, this offense still has life.
Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
And great execution execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game. We might be looking at overtime soon.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop. You can save every second you have.
Here's the pressure. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Back to pass, it's Russell. Quickly complete.
Well, quick throw, getting it out of the quarterback's hands fast. You can't take a sack, obviously, at this point in the game, and you're just trying to matriculate it as quickly as possible down the field to get into field goal range to try and give your team a chance to win.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. The quick out. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. At that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
So here comes our first play of overtime. Off play action on 1st down. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, 2nd and 3rd and 1, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you bet.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They jump on top. Give it a team.
Second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. You better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
And the point after is good. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Wants to throw. It's Green. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. tight coverage there did not stop him from making the grab. It's first and goal from the 8. First and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Wiggles free. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. Do you want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football.
One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Power football with the run.
And I kind of like how the running back did this round. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. He'll take a shot. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The offense changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Bringing the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They haven't gotten much done here. Third down, and they need to at least pick up a few to make the field goal attempt easier. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation. Want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. It's good, and how about that clutch kick from distance to send us to another overtime?
Well, that kid just showed up his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
And now it's all two-point conversion attempts from here on out. On the backfield, it's Edwards. They can't get it in. Neither team can get the 2, and we'll play another overtime. After the stop, now a 2-point try to win the game. Trying to power it in. They can't convert. That short yardage condensed area, nobody got the 2, and we play on. Let's do it again, guys, shall we? And we'll see just how far down the play sheet they have to go for this 2-point try. They'll try to pound their way in. They can't get it done on the 2, and now they'll rely on the defense. They broke serve. Now a chance to win it with a two-point conversion. Back to throw. It's Russell. They can't get it in. Neither team can get the two, and we'll play another overtime. They want to see if they can score the deuce. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They are stopped on the two-point try, and now it'll be up to the defense. They got the stop, now to win it with a two. He wants to throw it. Clutch play and execution ties the game again, and we'll play another overtime. Guys, this is a type of signature.